and welcome to Secrets of the Thames. Tonight we're following on from the last video. If you remember back to the Manchester 24-hour meetup, we found some old lamps in the canal there, and tonight's video is all about how I would go about restoring a couple of them. So let's see how we get on. Okay, these are the lamps we bought back from Manchester, and we're going to do a full restore on them now. First of all, we've got to dismantle them, so we've got a small hexi key here, and there should be about 4 little screws, and we're going to undo them. There's one. There you go, you see they just pop out like that, and there's one more to do. There we go, they're all out now, so we should be able to take that part go. Okay, all the screws have been taken out. There's the old back lamp base, seal, and a whole load of crud in there. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, so what we'll do is we'll get that bit of a brush down before we give it all a wash. We'll take this lens out carefully because we're going to reuse the lenses if possible. Pretty filthy, as you can see, but we've been them clean as well. Probably just start by just brushing down with a hand brush, just to knock any. These are dried out in the yard for a few weeks, so a lot of the stuff's just going to brush off. But we get the real serious stuff off when we wash them down. That's already much better than what it was, but we'll give that a good wash. I'll show you that in a moment. Okay, so here's the lamp we dismantled on the previous scene. It just needs a good wash now, so I'm just going to prepare a bowl with some washing up liquid, and we'll give it a good scrub, and we'll see how it comes out. Okay, so we just put it into the hot soapy water. And just using a bristle brush, we'll just give it a good rub down, and we'll see how it comes out like. Looks like we got most of it off outside with the other brush. We'll still give it a good go. Depending on how it comes out, I may not even paint these. I may just leave them sort of rustic looking, but we'll see what they look like. So I'm just going to pop that over there to drain for a minute. We'll give it another rinse. And then we move on to the lens. Again, we use a soft nylon brush just to get the worst off. See what we're up against. Okay, this is going to take a while, so I'll bring you back when we're done. Okay, the lenses needed a bit more of a soak, so I've done them in bleach, and I've also gone over them with a wire wool Brillo pad, which seems to take in all the stubborn marks off. Still leaves a bit of discolouring, but I think that'll add to the effect on the final lamp with the effect we're trying to produce. So there we go, they've been washed. We'll just let them dry and then we'll see what we can do with them once they're dry. They may need another little rub down with some sandpaper or something, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so here's the cleaned up lamp and we're just about to paint it, so let's see how we get on. So there you go, it's all painted. We'll let that dry, maybe give it another coat, and then I'll bring you back. Okay, to make a wooden base to mount the lamp holders on, I've decided to get a 120mm hole saw, which is this item here. You attach it to a drill and it will bore out perfectly round circles. And the idea is to make two discs per base. Cut a slot in one to accommodate the cable and then straight up through the middle hole to the lamp holder fitting. Let's go and do that now. Okay, so we've got a nice base for the lamp. There we go, nice clean cut. Cable will go through there and you'll see better when I assemble. So I fitted a rubber grommet just like this one here, and that will be where the cable enters to the lamp holder. This is all the wiring for the light fitting. We're probably going to have to change the end one because it looks like a pre-moulded one, but everything else will be fine. So I'll show you doing that in a moment. We'll strip it back and then wire it up. Okay, this is the lamp holder we're going to be using. Just two wires wire into there, and then that will sit on top of the wooden disc with the other disc as well and go inside the lamp housing. So I will just go and pre-drill those holes and get that all tightened up, and I'll bring you back. Okay, so I prepped the cable, taking the old lamp head off. Of course we're going to fit it to our new one, which will be on our set of discs here. So first things first is to make sure the cable goes through the lamp housing. So we're going to push that through now. There we go. And give ourselves a bit to play with so we can see what we're doing. Okay, so that's gone through the rubber grommet that you saw me show you earlier. And then the cable then goes up through the middle, like so. There we go. And the remaining cable lays in that groove there. So, as long as there's enough cable there to connect, which there is, that'll go onto there like so. And then this bit will fix on there like so. But like that. So we can actually still move that in, and now it's not under any tension. So that's good. And we just line that up. And we put a screw in. And there we go. There we go. That's in. There we go. So our cable's sandwiched between the two discs through the groove that we cut earlier. It's not under any tension. We can still move it about if we need to. So here we go. We're just wiring up the light bulb mount where we can point it. Just make sure they're nice and tight, not going to pull out. They're fine. And I'm just going to feed that back through just so that we don't take too much cable up. There we go. So they're all nicely mounted, and we just have to. There we go. Oh, got the camera there, sorry. Right. Okay, that one's in. This one's just going in now. There we go. Okay, so that's all squared up nicely. And we're on. Cables aren't pinching, there's still movement there, that's good. Next thing to do is to just do a quick electrical test, make sure everything's working. So let's just grab the bulb. The bulbs we're using are flame lights. There's lots of different types. The more expensive ones tend to be the better though, so just bear that in mind. And they just screw into our fitting, which we've got there. There we go. I'll just go and plug that in quickly and we'll give it a power test. I'll bring you back in. Okay, so we just plug it in, switch it on, see where it still works. And there we go, working absolutely fine. Brilliant. Okay, so everything's wired up nicely. You can see there the cables are all nice, lamps in. So now we've just got to make sure that the shade's in there and very carefully let our cable back out as we come back in with the lamp holder. I'll bring you back in a minute. Okay, so all that's left to do now is just do everything's level, the base is level, the cable's exited nicely. Is just to put some pilot holes in to hold the base on. And there we go. We have the lamp. One more thing to do is to put a bit of trim along the base to protect the lamp scratching the surface table. Some trim here as well, which I'm going to actually fit around the base of the lamp to help prevent it from scratching the table. Okay, right, so it's going to go on. Go on like that. Sliding it around. I'm just going to work around. As we go. Because I've already pre-cut it and pre-tested it, it should be perfect when we get to this end. There we go. Now we just join them tight, push down, just run the screwdriver around, just to make sure everything's all flat and stuck down. But that looks fine, that looks a really good job. Again, these things here, they're little things you put on furniture legs and things. They're self-adhesive, so we're just going to pop one there. One there. One there. We can get the last one off. One there. There we go. Oh, there we go. What we've got to do now is just coax the lamp housing down. There we go. We'll remove the tools and I'll just clear up. Okay, so here's the finish of the lamp and we'll have a countdown. We'll see where it works. 3, 2, 1. And there we go. How good's that? Nice flame effect. Doesn't always just do that though. If I turn it off again and then back on, you can have a standard orange light, which not great, not like the flame effect, but you know, some people might like it. Or it's got this feature as well, which is a breathe feature. It actually breathes. Whatever floats your boat, but personally I like that one. But that's the full restore. All safe, all wired up and working. So we've gone from a lamp on the left from the Manchester Canal to the nicely restored lamp on the right with flame effect. Also restored this one, but I didn't paint it. I just literally cleaned everything up as best I could. Left the lens slightly discoloured for a sort of more vintage effect, and as you can see, it still works just as well.